Same like him.
You have to like almost nurture those things that he actually likes the most. So like if he likes doing this, he likes doing that, like okay, do that. But we'll try to get you to focus on school. But at the same time, the more school you get, the more like I'll show you and I'll help like nurture your
That's what
hobbies.
I do. Yeah, he's really good in math. I mean, nobody can. He does problems of math fractions and stuff like that, which I can't even figure it out how he does it. But he does it. He's really good at it. So I mean, you're right. Absolutely, I encourage him, but at the same time, I tell him you need to show me your homework. I need to see what you did in class. He doesn't do that though. That's the problem. That's what I struggle with him. He does not show me the work that he does in school. But it is like what you said. You just let him be, and eventually it will wear off, right?
It's just it's more or less like, at least for me,
Uh
school was
huh.
very boring. Like
Yeah,
I felt like
that's what he
when
says.
there's some things I actually do, I did find interesting. Like I was not a math kid. I sucked at math, but science though, I don't know why, but I was a naturalist at
Wow,
science and
nice.
mechanics, and that's the reason why I'm like
Right,
with this job I'm with. Is because I know I'm able to catch on to mechanics easily, and the more I catch on, the more I'm actually
right,
able to get certifications for them. It's just a matter of finding something you're interested in
right.
and try to make everything related to that. Like
Wow,
the only reason why like I have to get into math no matter what is because every fraction always has a numeric like
value.
fraction itself,
Yeah,
like how much ingredients you use in this, how
right.
much ingredients you use in that. It's not just like, I'm gonna just dump this. It's not like cooking. Cooking, you can experiment. You can just throw the spices in
I
without
know.
measuring. You don't have to look. You just have to feel the spices.
Right, you're absolutely right. Right on the dot. Yeah,
But yeah, try to get him. If he likes to draw, then try to get him
yeah.
to cooking. Cooking is also a creative outlet.
I cook. I cook myself. I mean, being a single dad, I have to cook. I cannot take them outside to McDonald's every day, pizza every day. No, I
Oh,
cook for
McDonald's is
them.
horrible. My mom, she used to starve me to the point where I was a very skinny kid. My dad,
Yeah,
he gave me.
you're right. Talking about starving, my kids both, my daughter, my son used to go. She used to lay in bed all the time. So when she fell asleep, he will sneak into the fridge and goes to the freezer, whatever was in their fridge or whatever, he would go and share with the sister. She would go put them to bed empty stomach every night, almost every night. But they figure out one way or the other to find the food, to eat, because you cannot put a child empty stomach in. I give them more food than they need. They say, Baba, they call me Baba. You give us so much of food, we can't even finish it. But you're right. When women, I'm not general, they have interest in other men, they neglect their kids.
Oh yeah,
That's
but a woman who isn't dedicated to their kid is not a mother at all.
no,
Like
that's what
that's
my daughter says.
like it's
She does not even call her mother. She calls her she. And my son, see, I'm originally from Pakistan. My ex is white, and but she turned out to be bipolar, but she didn't take her medication or whatnot. So that's why she was how she was. But that is not give you an excuse to neglect the kids. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, she needed to give importance to the kids, and she never did.
Well, they're just gonna leave her empty.
Yeah, and my son calls her Catherine by her name. Sh he does not call her mom or anything. She calls her Catherine.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
My girl, she's like, well, are you ever gonna forgive your mom? Or are you ever gonna see your mom? I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
no,
my question to you is,
no, I have not seen my mom since she tried reaching out when I was 18.
uh-huh.
I said no. Mm, I don't want any part.
You know why? Because when you needed her, she was not there for you.
Guess what she is now? She's a lesbian.
Oh
I
gosh.
know. I was raised in a very, very stern household, so like that is just like blasphemy. It's,
Right.
for me, that's like,
Wow.
so she just had a dirty past. She did all that dirty stuff, and then she ended up being a lesbian. She tried reaching out to me at that point where she had a wife, and I was just like, I saw her picture. I was like, wait, is that Charlene? Oh, look.
So you call her by her name too, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but mom is a name reserved for a mother, not reserved
yes.
for a friend.
That's what my father. That's what my son says. And no matter how much hard time he gives me, um, sometimes he, what should I get upset uh, on my on his sister, on whatnot. But comes down to the point that he says, Baba, no matter how much you scream at me, how much you shout at me to discipline me, I will never go back to her.
Yeah.
I will never go back to her, no matter what. And I mean, I don't believe in hitting kids because it's not the right way. You know why I don't believe in hitting the kids? Is because kids are young, they are helpless. You should pick up somebody your own size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to hit somebody who is younger than you and who cannot defend themselves. You know what I mean? So that's why I never believed in hitting kids. I discipline him. I take his phone away, which is his most precious possession, which is a Wi-Fi phone. Yeah, anyways, and that's the punishment I give him. That's it. And he comes back to the track and then goes back and forth. But I have to accept the fact that it is what it is. And like you said, he should pick up something which he's good at.
Yeah, the more he hones that, the better. The more like, because with ADHD you will get bored no matter what. Like that's something that sucks.
That's what he tells me all the time. I'm bored. I have nothing else to do. I've already drawn. I've already done this. I've already done that. Then I let him have the phone for an hour, even though I tell him I'm not going to give you a phone for a week. I still end up, being weak as a father. Not weak in that sense, but be weak in the love for the kids. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? To make them occupied, to keep them occupied. So
You give him like a drawing book or something like
yeah, that he has a sketchbook
Mm.
that way he draws. And my daughter tries to copy him, but she's not as good as he is. Then she starts crying that she cannot draw. Well, it's not easy, Giovanni.
that means that she might be good at something else.
Yes, she is. She wants to be a doctor. I mean, yes, last night she was watching, 9 years old. She said she wants to be like her aunt. My sister is a doctor. She's a neurologist. She said, I want to be a brain surgeon. My daughter says that. So she started watching all these shows, Chicago Med and stuff like that. So that gives her more encouragement. She said, oh gosh, look, it's so intense, blah, blah, blah. And I feel happy, I mean, and for the first time when she started living with me, she she showed herself what she really is, because she was very suppressed and submissive when she was living with her mom. Because if anytime she wanted to ask, one time she told me she wanted to come to Baba, me, she slapped her on the face. Don't say that. You don't go to your dad's. Man, Giovanni, I'm sorry what you went through, but I'm sure you're in a better place. You are more independent now.
Yeah,
You you know it,
everything was all a learning lesson. No matter what, it'll stick in my mind. Like that's the thing. Like I definitely would encourage if they have no ties, hearing about like if your son's about 12, give another 2 more years. Counseling might help him because
I tried counseling. I used to take him to, I don't know if you know, there's right on Burton Street. There's a place called Youth Unlimited. That's for the kids who've been abused and all that. But I took him to what do you call, not a psychiatrist, but what
counseling.
counselor? Yeah, but it only lasted the time he was with her. But then when he used to come back, things would.
No, I mean like in a few years when he's like when he's more of a teenager.
Okay.
Because then that's a lot of when the issues that happen with the mom will come up. Like it won't happen right now. Like my dad used to take me counseling right as soon as like during and right after I got out of my mom's